It's a very smart fight to do, in my opinion. Do you agree with me? And I don't think the UFC would say no to that. Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam.
What is next for Israel Adesanya? After his knockout win against his #1 rival, Alex Pereira at UFC 287, what is next for him? This is a very tough question this time. But before we get to that, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I would highly appreciate that. Click the button below, guys, and let's make Bloodsport MMA big.
It's so big.
So Israel beat Poatan by knockout. They are 1-1 in the UFC, 3-1 overall. So the rematch claims. Does Poatan deserve a rematch? I mean, if you ask that question, you're a weirdo, in my opinion.
A silly little hillbilly.
Because, yes, Israel is the better fighter. I said it before, say it again. But they're 1-1 and 3-1. There's no statistic where Poatan does not deserve a rematch. If Poatan wants a rematch, he will get the rematch, and it makes sense. Especially because there is no clear #1 contender otherwise in that division. Yeah, Whittaker would be it, of course, 100%. But because Whittaker lost 2 times already against IZZY. The only 2 guys that are really deserving of a fight against IZZY in the middleweight division are Whittaker and Pereira. And if you compare them, Whittaker, of course, has done much more in the division, but Pereira is 1-1 with IZZY. Whittaker is 0-2 against IZZY. So you see what I'm trying to say here? So of course, Pereira does deserve a rematch, and I don't think the UFC would say no to that because it sells good, the rivalry is amazing. And Poatan looked good in that fight. Poatan was winning that fight on my scorecard at least.
Incompetent judging.
As the second round especially, he was winning. So he deserves a rematch. But the thing is, the rumor is as well that he might move up to 205. The weight cuts are not easy for him. And some other reasons like the revenge for Glover and stuff, all these things. He's not the youngest anymore. Factors that play into the rumor that he will move up to 205. Now, if Pereira moves up to 205 and IZZY will not fight Pereira at 185 anymore, what is possible for IZZY? First of all, I don't believe Pereira gets a shot at 205 for the title immediately because he just lost. So, in my opinion, let me just throw it into the room as a possibility. If IZZY is not ready, because until now, nothing has been announced. Nothing for the 205 division. Jamal Hill claims he knows nothing what's going on. He didn't get any calls from anyone. IZZY likes to fight a lot. IZZY said, for those of you who don't know, IZZY already once challenged for the light heavyweight title against Jan Blachowicz back in the day, lost the unanimous decision. He said he would be down to do that again one day. Now would be the perfect time if IZZY is not ready. Because there's no #1 contender otherwise in the light heavyweight division. It's a very weird division at the moment, like kind of everybody's not matched up, like nobody's like really fighting for something. It's very weird. Jamal Hill fought in January, so he would definitely be ready for summer. IZZY would be ready for summer. I know they party together and stuff afterwards, but that means nothing, especially not for Jamal. He also would fight his good friend Smith, as we know. Why not make IZZY against Jamal International Fight Week or just somewhere in summer for the light heavyweight title? I mean, for the UFC, it would be great. IZZY, the double champ, sells great. IZZY sells better than Jamal. I love Jamal, but IZZY sells better at this very moment. Plus, Jamal is a great matchup for IZZY. I mean, you just try to tell me that Jamal is a better striker than IZZY, then okay. I don't buy it, but okay. Jamal maybe has more power, but IZZY is a better striker. They're both kind of similar in their wrestling department. So it's a great fight for IZZY. And a great fight for Jamal as well, because if he beats IZZY, he beats the middleweight, possible the middleweight gold, you know what I mean? It's a great fight, sells a lot of pay-per-views, brings a lot of money for Jamal. It's a very smart fight to do, in my opinion. Do you agree with me? But if that doesn't happen, if IZZY comes back, fights in summer, whatever, then we have to stay at the middleweight division, of course. In the middleweight though, we have a big problem, which is who is there ranked high enough that IZZY has not fought yet and beat yet. He beat Cannonier already. You want to see that again? Not me.
Not.
Please no. Hell no. Vettori beat him 2 times. You want to see that again? Hell no. Whittaker beat him 2 times. You want to see that again? I would kind of like to see it again, but at the same time also not, because 0-2, hard to sell and everything. But I would just love Bobby Knuckles, so I would love to see it again. I think he can beat him somehow. But otherwise, there's no one. The only guy that is there, that IZZY also called out, kind of weirdly called out, didn't mention his name, is Dricus du Plessis. But Dricus du Plessis is number 6 ranked. Fought, who did he fight until now? Darren Till, a washed up Darren Till. Okay, yeah, not a bad win. Derek Bronson, yeah, okay, 40-year-old Derek Bronson, whatever you want to make out of this. Do you believe, and I ask you this very seriously, do you believe that Dricus du Plessis has anything to beat IZZY? Like, if Dricus fights IZZY, that's the best fight ever for me, because then I put all the money I have on IZZY, whatever the betting line is, and make money. Because that's for free. Like, I don't see any path to victory for Dricus du Plessis. He needs to fight some higher ranked competition. He needs to get more reps in. Of course, you could sell it for like Africa, but UFC Africa is not coming anytime soon. It's just a fight that's hard to sell, hard to argue for. But it's the only guy that is there otherwise. But I would rather see Whittaker again. The only guy I didn't mention is Khamzat, and Khamzat is definitely up there. He will definitely fight for the middleweight title in the future, but he has to fight Costa first, if the rumors are true. So that's also kind of out of the way, right? So in my opinion, the best option is Pereira rematch. If that is somehow not possible, IZZY versus Jamal. That's the 2 best options that we have. One for middleweight, one for light heavyweight. What is your prediction? Who will IZZY fight next? Who makes sense? Write down in the comments, guys. I would highly appreciate that. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and most importantly, that you can fight for the middleweight championship. Eat your vegetables, guys. Until next time, bye-bye. Bloodsport out.
Eat your vegetables.